So this video is about how to make your payment through Tradeschool on your books and tuition for each semester. A little bit of history. Each semester in the program, you will have a tuition due. Tuition for most of the students right now is at $750. Some of the legacy students, the later on in the program, they are still on the old tuition schedule, which was, I believe, $650 or so. But whatever your tuition was due, it's due on two different dates. It's broken in half, so half of your tuition will be due on July 2nd of 2021. That is for the fall semester, and it's due by 4 p.m. So if it's 4:01 p.m. on July 2nd, you have already incurred an absence. Even if you're at your first class, you will be marked absent for non-payment of tuition. Just to be clear, 4:01 p.m. is a late payment, and that means if you pay your payment late, you will be marked absent at your first class beyond that due date. So your due date is July 2nd. Please make your payment on time. Okay, your second half payment, that is on October 1st. That will be the other half of whatever's due. If it's just tuition, it'll be the other half tuition. If it's books, it'll be the other half of the books. So those two payments, both on July 2nd and October 1st, those are your half semester due dates. So what we do, and we have our test case here, we have our test apprentice, Uncle Albert. We use this account to show videos like this and have an example for you guys to follow. So this is our view of Uncle Albert. I'm gonna open Uncle Albert's account in web services in the portal that you see. So when you open up your Tradeschool account, this is typically what you see. The home screen has your contact info. It has and it has a bunch of tabs here relating to your business transactions with the program. We are going to, obviously, the one that has a red dot on it, just to draw your attention. That is for the bill pay. That is where you pay your invoices, your web invoices. This is a record of all of the payments that you have made through Tradeschool to the program. This is where you track your expenses, your education expenses for your any tax purposes or whatnot. But we're going to go to the bill pay. As you can see, we open up this tab, and on the bill pay, it has an invoice number. It's automatically generated. It's for our internal tracking. The due date, the date it was created is next. This is not your due date. This is the date it was created. Yours was probably sometime late in May is when we issued the invoices originally. The total amount that you have due, Uncle Albert pays $4 for his school semester. We'll go over that in just a second. So that's the total amount he is due to the apprenticeship. This is how much he's paid so far. He hasn't paid anything, so he has a remaining balance of $4. You won't see a due date here, and I'll explain why in just a second. Well, I just did because of the multiple due dates that occur for this invoice. It's not just one due date. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go to the Make Payment button. Now, this is where you're going to see the breakout of what's due and when. Okay, and as you can see here, we have two tuition payments due and two book payments due for this semester. The test class is what Uncle Albert's in. Test class tuition for the first half is due on July 2nd, 21. It's for $1, and that's how much is owed. The first half of books is also $1, also due on July 2nd. So both of these July 2nd due dates need to be paid on or before July 2nd at 4 p.m. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and make a payment here. As you can see, the second half invoices are already up on your portal, and those second half due dates are on October 1st. So the second half of your tuition and your second half of books. The trustees, basically, they took the total cost of books and tuition for the semester and allowed for two payments to be made instead of one large payment due at the start of a semester. They have broken it into two smaller payments to help you manage through making payments. Now, you can make all four of these payments at once. and have your total cost and obligation to the semester satisfied through doing all four payments. If you want to do that, that's great. The only thing you can't do is make partial payments on these invoices. They must all be paid in full when you go to pay them, and we'll go and pay them in just a second. Do not make any general payments. In fact, it won't let you, I believe, make general payments down here. Just don't use this section. It's not utilized in our bookkeeping and within our office. So don't make any general payments. You're going to want to pay your invoice. So we're going to go ahead and take the class tuition first. So class tuition for the first half, we're going to go over and hit the Pay Now button. And that'll come up with the section here. This will pop up on your phone or your computer. You simply fill in the information. I'll put in my work information here. And then you go to Payment Info. And when you go to Payment Info, it comes up with your card number. Now, this is a debit card, a credit card. If you don't have one of those cards, you could take the cash and go down to like a Circle K or one of these convenience stores that sell or Walgreens or any store that sells prepaid Visa cards, and you can purchase a Visa card through one of those vendors, and then you'll have a card to fill in here. So either way, you're going to fill in your card number, your month, and your date of expiration, and the security code on the back of the card, and then you're going to hit the charge now. So I'm going to go ahead and do this transaction. I'm going to pause this for a second because I'm going to use my own card, and you'll be able to see what happens after you hit the Pay Now button. So be back in just a second. Okay, so as you can see, we made the payment. It's processing. Gives you a please wait, and then it pops back up to your home screen. So when we go back to the bill pay, now don't forget, we only paid $1 of the 4 that we owe. So only one payment will be shown as you're paid once you make that transaction. So you're going to want to go back to the make payment, and as you can see, we paid on 6/24/21 this invoice, and now we also have our books that we need to pay the first half. You're going to repeat that process. You're going to pay now, put all your information in again into this. You go to the payment info, you add your card in again, and it'll charge your card the amount of the transaction. And then at that point, both these first half invoices will be shown as paid here. Then your payment history for the semester will be listed down here as long as you have a remaining balance. So Uncle Albert still has $3 remaining. After the second payment would be made, it would be $2 remaining, and that would be due on the October 1st. So that's making payments through web services and Tradeschool. If you have any questions, please email those questions to webservices@pejatc.org, and someone on staff will get with your email as soon as they can. And that's it.